Cain and Abel were brothers, sons of Adam and Eve, the first humans created by God. They grew up in a fertile and abundant land, surrounded by the beauty of divine creation. Cain was a farmer dedicated to the cultivation and care of the plantations. Abel, on the other hand, was a shepherd, spending his days in the field, surrounded by the sound of animals and the smell of fresh grass. Both brothers were devout and offered sacrifices to God in thanksgiving for the blessings received. However, there was a fundamental difference between their offers. Cain offered the fruits of the land, while Abel offered the first fruits and fat of his flock. God accepted Abel's offer, but not Cain's. This rejection caused deep resentment in Cain. He began to feel inferior and to envy his brother's success. Cain thought that God was favoring Abel for some reason, and that made him feel worse. He began to wonder why God did not accept him, if he was also a child of God. One day, Cain decided he needed an answer to his questions. He decided to go to the field where Abel was shepherding the sheep and ask him why God accepted him and not him. Abel, who was a peaceful and gentle man, saw no harm in Cain and was willing to help him. He explained that God accepted Abel's offer because it was an offering of love and gratitude, while Cain's offering was just a way of getting something in return. But Cain didn't want to hear it. He was consumed by anger and envy. He started to feel like God was against him, and that made him feel even more furious. He began to wonder why God did not love him, if he was also a child of God. These questions and negative feelings began to accumulate within Cain until he decided he needed a definitive answer. He decided to set an ambush for Abel, hoping that God would help him overcome his brother and show that he was the best. One day, Cain suggested to Abel that they go into the field together to discuss the offerings. Abel, who did not suspect anything, accepted the proposal. Arriving there, Cain attacked his brother with a knife, killing him instantly. This was the first murder in the history of mankind. After the crime, God confronted Cain, asking him where his brother was. Cain cynically replied, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But God knew what had happened and condemned Cain to be a fugitive and a vagabond on earth. The story of Cain and Abel is one of the most well-known and terrifying in the Bible, as it shows how envy and hatred can lead one to commit the worst of crimes. It reminds us of the importance of controlling our negative feelings and accepting differences between people.